What's going on, y'all? It's Uzziah, your success strategist. And hey, I'm just trying to remind you of what's about to happen because tomorrow night, I'm going to close the invite that I gave to you this week for you to work with me personally over the next 12 months. Now, I don't know if you've been hiding under a rock this whole week, but the word is out there. I'm giving you a personal invite to be able to work with me over the next 12 months so that I can help you become as successful as possible. This is not something that happens every day. Now, for those of you guys that are just joining, and maybe this is your first time even watching the channel, welcome to Black Men's Career. My name is Uzziah, your success consultant, and my mission and my aim is to help my community become as successful as possible. I am an entrepreneur of an online company. I'm here in my home office. I work and live in Austin, Texas. I used to be a former IT project manager for Hewlett Packard, which at that time was the largest company in the world. Since then, I've become a real estate investor, as well as a best-selling author that's traveled the world. And I want to be able to show you how to be able to have a breakthrough year. See, a lot of times I know you've got all of these ideas about things that you want to accomplish in life. There's certain things that you might be feeling like you want to be able to get off the ground. Maybe you've got a business that you want to start. Maybe you want to be able to get a better job. You've been feeling like you've been stuck in the exact same place day after day, year after year, but you don't know how to get yourself out of the box because you don't know what it takes to be able to take things to the next level. That's the reason why I'm extending this invite to you in the first place. So I've put the link below for you to be able to work with me over the next 12 months. I'm leaving it there up until tomorrow, and then the doors are going to close. It's going to close tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So really, right now, while I'm live, you can feel free to ask me any question that you want. Maybe you haven't heard about what it is that I'm offering to you in this invite, which is extremely rare. So I'm going to tell you all about it right now. So like I was saying, maybe right now you have a certain level of debt. Maybe you went to school, you got student loans. Maybe you're paying off a car note. Maybe you've got credit cards. I don't know what your debts are, but I know that in 2013, I started this business after paying off over $90,000 in student loan debt after graduating from Baylor University. And since that time, all I've pretty much been doing is helping people work their way out of debt. And so I know that there's great things that you want to accomplish in life. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to go on vacations. You want to be able to do all of these amazing things. But the problem is your debt and your expenses are getting in the way. Maybe you want better for your family. Maybe you want to be able to, take your family somewhere nice, put your family in a better neighborhood, but you're unable to do that because you have so many expenses and not enough income to really be able to take things to the next step. And that's what I want to be able to show you how to be able to do. Now, when I was working in corporate America, right, I had a household income of over $100,000. I worked in corporate America, my spouse worked in corporate America, and we were making good money. But the thing about it was, I realized in all of the work that I was doing that as good of a salary that I did have, what was good in my mind, I honestly was not being paid what I was worth for all of the gifts and talents that God had given to me, which is the reason why I made a decision to be able to start my own business, where now I work out of the comfort of my home. I'm able to make a certain level of passive income, having my own online business. And really, I'm just trying to be able to show others just like you how to be able to do the exact same thing. Now, maybe entrepreneurship is not your thing, or maybe that's not the very next step that you need to be taking on your road to success. Maybe you might need to be able to get a better job so that way you can have more cash flow available to be able to invest it in a business. I'm going to show you how to be able to get a better job within the next 90 days. Now, how can I do that? Well, remember how I told you I worked in corporate America for a number of years? One of my roles was recruitment manager. As a recruitment manager, I was responsible for hiring, a good number of people, conducting interviews, being directly responsible for whether they got the job or not, right? And these were good paying positions. And so what I want to be able to show you, if you're trying to be able to figure out how to be able to get a better job, is what things will help you stand out from everybody else that's competing for that same position as you. Real quick, I want you to share this video with a friend because, like I said, I'm extending this invite to whoever is going to take me up on it, and you've got less than 24 hours to be able to do so. After that 24 hours expires, because the doors will close at 9 p.m. and you'll be on a waiting list, after that, you will not be able to work with me privately, where I'm going to be helping you step by step in accomplishing your goals. So if you got a friend, family member, loved one that doesn't know that I'm on right now live and you want them to be able to hear this, please be sure to share this with them. Okay. So again, let's say that you have a job that you need to be able to get. So many people are never going to be able to get a high paying job, not because of the fact that they don't work hard enough, but because of the fact that they don't know how to properly market themselves in the marketplace. They don't understand positioning. They don't understand the fact that oftentimes it's not the person that is the most skilled or the hardest working that will actually get hired into the position. Rather, it's he or she that positions themselves and makes the best impression during the interview, which leads to an offer. Okay. If you work with me over the next 12 months, one of the first things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be discussing your career goals. So if you're looking to get a better job in the next 90 days, I'm going to be showing you how to make that possible. We're going to be taking your resume and I'm going to be setting up a brand new one for you, all from scratch. Okay. I went through the process of working with hundreds of clients, and I have multiple clients that I've actually worked with on record that have made $10,000 salary increases after getting my consulting for the time that they were working with me. And they didn't have to go back to college to get another college degree to make more money. They didn't have to get another certification. They didn't have to take a class. All they had to do was reposition themselves in the marketplace. You are a business, okay? You are a brand. You are worth a certain dollar amount. But if you do not know how to be able to effectively communicate your value in front of a hiring manager, there's going to be no way to get another person to understand how much you're really worth. What my goal is in your life, I'm trying to be a vessel to help you get everything that you desire out of life. And one of the things that I want you to get is you actually getting paid what you're worth. Okay. Think about how much it would be able to help you if you had a $10,000 salary increase, like some of my clients, right? Would that be able to help make life a little bit easier? Might be struggling right now with affording the bills. Maybe you haven't taken your family on a vacation for years and it's really bothering you. Maybe you want to be able to travel to certain places and, you're seeing all these great things that other people are doing on social media, and you're beginning to wonder when you're going to be able to have a seat at the table. Well, again, this is going to be one of those rare opportunities in life. I don't know how often it is that you get a CEO, best-selling author, and real estate investor knock on your door and tell you, I want you to work with me over the next 12 months so that I can help make you as successful as possible. I don't know what type of luck you have, but I know for me, growing up in South Central LA, I didn't have that type of a luck. I didn't have mentors that had actually accomplished the things that I wanted to accomplish out of my life. that were willing to take me by the hand and show me step by step by step by step how to be able to conduct and do things from A to Z. But now you have that opportunity today, thanks to the internet, right? When the internet, when I was growing up, internet hadn't even come on the scene yet. Once it did, we were using AOL dial-up. So I didn't know anything about, having access to mentors and all of those things. And for that very reason, that's why I made the decision to create this opportunity. I realize that you might have family members and friends that are well-intentioned, but they have not accomplished the things that you desire to accomplish out of life. And therefore, it becomes hard for your network of people to help you get to the next level. I want you to realize that you are the average of the top 5 people that you spend most of your time with. Okay. So if you spend your time around 5 people that don't know nothing about how to get a better job, there's no way in hell that you're going to get a better job by keeping that network. What you got to start doing is you got to start adding people into your circle that have already done the things that you want to accomplish, and they're going to show you how to do it, because all successful people have mentors. Michael Jordan had a mentor. Warren Buffett had a mentor. Bill Gates had a mentor. Steve Jobs had a mentor. Mark Zuckerberg had a mentor. All successful people have mentors. Why? Because in the complexities of trying to accomplish anything great, whether it's starting a business, being a world-class entertainer, whatever the case may be, there are so many nuances surrounding every facet of your dream in life. You're not going to be able to figure it all out on your own. And by the time that you did, if that's the route that you decided to choose, it will probably be too late. Society will have already changed and you will have been out of your prime. You look at every single person that accomplished something great in their prime is because they had a mentor that was coaching them on how to be able to succeed in their moment. This is another problem that we have within our community. I know that maybe you might not have perceived this as a problem, or maybe you have, and I'm just giving you a very friendly reminder. Haven't you felt disadvantaged in life sometimes because of the fact that you look at all of these other communities and you see they have their own advisors, they have their own coaches, right? They have boards of directors, brain trusts, all of these networks of people that they can point to say, if I want to be able to learn real estate, I go to him. This person is in my community. This person is in my family. If I want to be able to start a business, here is a friend of the family that owns a successful business down the block, and they're going to show me how to be able to set up my first business step by step. These are not things that we have in our community. And that's the reason why I'm trying to set the pace now to create this in the Black community. It's got to start somewhere. Every other community of people has this but you. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why we find ourselves at such a disadvantage, because success is a team sport. You look at the economic structure of any other community, they're putting their resources together. They're putting their money together. They're putting their minds together. They're putting their efforts together to be able to create something that they could not have accomplished alone. And one of the biggest problems that we have in our community is that we think that success is self-made. There's no such thing as self-made anything. Anytime that you look at any person in a position of greatness, they always have a team that's driving them to get to the very next level. They have a team that's helping to take them to the top. So my question is, who is your mentor? Where are they? Have they accomplished the things that you're seeking to accomplish out of life? And how disadvantaged are you right now because of the fact that you've never had a mentor that looks like you, that understands your situation, that's able to walk you step by step on how to go from where you are now to where you want to be? If you do not secure this in your life, nobody's going to do this but you. If you don't do this for yourself now, you can forget about it, man. You could just, a lot of people are comfortable with average, but I did not create this channel for just an average way of thinking. I created this channel because I want you to have every opportunity to shine. I want you to have every opportunity to take the gifts that God has given you and turn it into something great. I very easily could have taken my own business savvy and expertise, and I could have done something completely private and self-centered only for me. But I left corporate America because I am chasing a vision that if my people has the right coaches, if they finally have somebody that they could point to and say, this person has a proven track record of success. I did not have this in my life before, but I have it now. And I'm going to use this to my benefit to be able to accomplish some of the things that they did. And so you may want to be able to be your own boss. You may want to be able to set your own hours. You got to learn how to do it. Nobody just wakes up and becomes the next major business owner from scratch. You got to be able to learn the rules to the game. And this is so important because us as a people, we don't come from a long lines of people in our immediate families who had all of these multiple streams of income, all of these different passive investments, all of these different businesses and entities set up here and there. So you have to go out and find someone that's going to help you accomplish that. And that's what I'm trying to be able to do for you in your breakthrough year. Your breakthrough year is my 12-month, highly rated VIP consulting program where I'm going to be working with you as your success strategist to help you get to the next level in your life. I'm not going to be telling you what you should be doing in terms of like creating an income stream if it's not something that you don't already want to do yourself. My job is to take whatever gifts that you have, whatever talents that you have, take your dreams and to turn it into something that can be monetized. Because in the online world, you can make money off of anything. There are people that are online today that are making money from cats. There are people today that are making money based upon camping. There are people that are making money today based upon living a nomad's life. And all you've got to be able to do, if you want to be able to get into this game, is to take your talent and learn how to turn it into a stream of income. How do I know this? Because I am doing it. The same way that I go out every single day and I'm adamant about serving my community, I incorporate my community passion in spreading a message into my business, and it turns out to be a successful business for me. Okay, this is what allows me to not have to go back to a 9-to-5 job. This is what allows me to be able to work from home. This is what allows me to be able to set my own hours and work in my own schedule. If I can do it, so can you. The biggest thing that you need to know are the steps. You might already have the work ethic. You might already have the talent. You might already have the creativity. But the number one thing that you're probably missing out of all of that is the step-by-step process on how the game is played. And I don't care how talented you are or how hard you work, you will not get to world-class success on the strength of talent and hard work alone. I don't know who fooled you. I don't know whoever sold you those bill of goods and those wolf tickets. Talent alone will not make you successful. Hard work alone will not build wealth. Look at some of the most impoverished people in America today. Many of them are working multiple jobs just to make ends meet, just to be able to get by. Many of you have family members and friends that lived that life when you were growing up. Some of it might have been your mothers. Some of it might have been your fathers, uncles, aunties, working 2, 3, 4 jobs every single day, working themselves to the bone, only to be able to survive. That alone should show you that the component or the trait of hard work alone is not sufficient for you to get to where you want to be. Hard work plays a factor, but it's not the whole enchilada. And one of the most important factors that you got to have is the mindset. You have to be able to understand the steps, the processes. You have to have the insights on how to go out into the world and be able to produce something that yields results. And that's what I'm going to give to you in the breakthrough year. Okay. So like I told you guys, I'm Uzziah, your success strategist. I am the founder of this channel, Black Men's Careers. I am a CEO, a best-selling author, a real estate investor. I've been able to accomplish all of these things in my 20s. And now I am on a mission in my 30s to be able to show you how I did all of this, okay, at a very young age. It's not because of the fact that I'm from some different planet. I was born in South Central Los Angeles. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I witnessed the Rodney King riots as a child. I don't come from wealth. I had to start from the bottom just like you. I was homeless before I ever got to this point. And I made a commitment to be able to do better for myself so that way I could do better for my people. And now here I am, all these years later, trying to be able to take you by the hand and work with you to help you become as successful as possible, okay? So let me start telling you the ways in which I can help you specifically. So if you notice here, there are 3 core areas with me as your success strategist, me as your personal mentor that's willing to work with you on a weekly basis for an entire year to ensure that you have a breakthrough, okay? The first area that I will work with you is pertaining to your finances, okay? Money plays a big part out of anything that we want out of life. You want to be able to travel somewhere, you need money. You want to have clothes, you need money. Car, you need money. House, you need money. Food, you need money. Want to do something nice for somebody that you're in a relationship with, you need money, okay? And it's not just about having money to be a money hoarder. It's not because money is everything in the world. Because I know people personally that are multimillionaires that are extremely miserable. Money only plays a part, but it is important, okay? That's the reason why I'm going to talk to you about more than just money. It's just one of the factors as a part of having me as your success strategist. Money provides you with options, okay? Let me give you an example. If you want the option to be able to do a vacation for your family, right? You got to be able to have money. You're not going to be able to take your kids to Disney World for free. If you have a family member that is suffering from a terminal illness and you want to be able to visit them before their dying day and you don't live next to them, you are going to need money to travel to go and see them. But why are we not able to take our families on the vacations that they want to go on, that we want to go on? Why are we not able to spend the time that we want to have with our loved ones while we can? It's because of the fact that you don't have that option, because of the fact that you are financially constricted. See, when I made the exit out of corporate America, one of the things that I said to myself was, I'm going to create a business that will allow me to be able to make money independent of my location. That's the reason why you see me shooting this video from home. I shoot this video from home specifically to let you know that it is possible, okay? I'm not in a corporate building somewhere. I'm not in a suit. I am in my home making money from the comfort of my own home. I have not had to commute to work for years. I have not had a boss for years. I have not had to be up at a certain time in the day to go to work to report to a boss for years. I've been very blessed to be able to say those things. And I just want to be able to show you how to be able to do it because I love my people. I love my community. I could be like one of those other black folks that is successful, got money, doing their thing, but they never come back and show you how they did it. I don't want to be one of those type of black folks. I'm not the richest man in the world, but I know this. I know that there are certain things that I have accomplished that I could show you. Whether you're looking to invest in real estate, start creating passive income for yourself, whether you're looking to start a business, right? Let me tell you more about these 3 areas in which I can help you, okay? So we talked about money. And when it comes to the subject of money, I can help to show you how to get out of debt, how to be able to increase your income, how to be able to automate your finances so that your money is constantly working for you. Okay. I want to be very clear about this. I am not telling anybody that you're going to be a millionaire at the click of a button. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I'm going to show you the principles that every millionaire has used in order to be able to generate wealth. I'm going to show you how I went from being broke and homeless, coming from South Central, to being able to run my own business, having paid off over $90,000 in student loan debt, not having a car note because I buy my car in cash. Okay. If you're trying to be able to create generational wealth, so that way your family and your children can have a better life than the life that you lived coming into the earth, I would highly suggest that you work with me over the next 12 months. Okay. So I'm going to talk a lot about how to be able to improve your finances so that you can have the option of being able to do certain things that you want to be able to do. Here's one thing that I want all of y'all to be able to do right now. I'm going to say this to you as your success strategist. I'm going to give this to you all for free, as I do many of my videos. Take out a sheet of paper and write down all of the things that you would do with your life if money wasn't an issue. Take out a sheet of paper and write down on a list all of the things that you would do with your life if money wasn't an issue. Okay. I want you to take time and really think about that. And I also want you to think about all of the things that you're having to do because money is an issue. One of the things that you're probably doing because money is an issue, going to your job, even though you probably don't even like where you work. Over 80% of all working Americans today hate their job. They can't stand the commute. They can't stand their boss. They don't like the line of work, and they don't particularly care for the people that they work with. 80% of all working Americans do not like their job. Why is this such a problem? Because you're going to spend the majority of your adult life at work. So if you get your career placement wrong in life, I guarantee you're never going to have as happy of a life as you could have possibly lived if you did something that actually left you fulfilled. You know, they have this saying in society, it goes, do something that you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Even though this is my business, I love to do this. If I didn't love to do it, I wouldn't be up here at almost 10 o'clock at night in y'all's ear about the importance of picking the right career. I do this because this is something I could do for free. I do this because this is something I could do in my sleep. I do this because this is what gives me life. It motivates me to invest and pour myself into my community. But you've got to find the thing that gives you life and that gives you energy. You got to find a thing that puts the air back in your sails. So many of y'all are beat down so bad from society. You've lost the entire concept that you can actually go to work and enjoy it, right? How crazy does that sound? You've been so programmed into believing that everybody in America goes to work and hates their job that you could never imagine a life where you get up every day excited to go to work. You get up every single day excited to do something that's going to add value to the world. And there are people like that in life. I am one of them. I wake up every day excited to go to work. I wake up every day, my bedroom's in the other room. I come in here in my office and I don't commute. I don't have to wear anything that I don't want to wear. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. And I get to connect with the people that I want to be able to connect with. Amos asked the question, how do we work with you? Click the link below. The link below will give you all the details that are necessary for you to be able to work with me every single week over the next 12 months. And make sure that you take action on this now, because the invite for you to be able to work with me over the next 12 months, it expires tomorrow by 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow by 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, the doors will close to be able to work with me over the next 12 months. Okay. Now, sometimes people will ask, well, Uzziah, why do you close the doors? I need help, but I can't do this right now. Well, the reason why I close the doors is because there's so many people that are trying to work with me that I cannot always leave it open, because I cannot fit every person into my schedule. I'm only one man. There's only 24 hours in a day. So it's rare times within a year that I will have openings to be able to take in new clients that I will mentor and show how to be successful and level up over the next 12 months. I wish I could work with everybody. I wish I could have that level of impact to where I could sit down with every single person in the world and be able to show them how to be successful. But I just cannot do that, because I'm just one man and there's only 24 hours in a day, and I'm not immortal on this earth. Okay. So for those of you guys that are interested in working with me over the course of the next 12 months, click the link below. It will give you all the details that you need. Here's something that you need to know. The doors are going to close in less than 24 hours. If you miss it, it's going to be a while before I ever extend this invite again, because I'm going to be busy working with the clients that are actually trying to work with me in order to be successful. Okay. Also, one of the other things that I would let you know is this. We talked about how I can help you when it comes to the debt and money issue. If you're looking to be able to improve your credit, I will help you with that as well. Let me share with you some of the feedback that I've received from some of my top performing clients. Okay. I'm going to share with you guys some of the results that some of my clients have gotten within the past year, just to be able to show you how much you possibly could get, if not more, if you made the decision to work with me over the next 12 months and invest in yourself. Okay, so this comes from Antonio. I'm going to pull it up on the screen in just a minute, so that way everybody can see it. This comes from, his name is Antonio Oliver. Okay, you can see the post right here. I'm putting it on the screen so you know this is legit. Antonio says, through God's grace, we've eliminated well over $100,000 in debt, and we will be 100% debt free, including the house, within the next 5 years. Yes, that's right. Every single item, my student loan, my wife's student loan, house, cars, multiple medical bills, and miscellaneous debt. I know immediately when you hear that, you're like, nah, no way Uzziah helped him do that. No way the success strategist sat down with him and was able to do that. I'm going to put this on the screen so that way you can look at it for yourself. And you be the judge. And you tell me if it doesn't say that. I'm going to pull it up right here so y'all can see this, right? Right here. What does that say? Well over 100,000 in debt, paid off. Okay. Antonio has been one of my clients that I have been working with for a while now. And so I'm trying to show you how much better off you could be if you were able to get out of the debt that you had. Well, imagine right now, if you had half the success that Antonio had based upon what he had just told you. How much farther do you think that you could go if you were $50,000 out of the hole? Would that be able to help you? Would it be able to make life a little bit less stressful? Would it be able to give you the opportunity to do something in life that you wrote on the list on things that you would want to do if money was an issue? Probably. But chances are you have not been able to do that because you've been finding yourself working at a job that you don't want to be at, just so you can take every dollar and pay it towards expenses that are not getting you any further ahead in life. I really want you to think about that. Do you realize that society is programmed for you to do the very thing that you're doing right now? Society needs workers in the economy to build other people's empires. So you will go to work every single day to build up an empire of someone, then take the money and not invest it in yourself. You're not investing it in your future. Instead, you're only putting it in things that will keep you in the exact same spot at best. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to you. I'm not saying that to knock a 9-to-5, because not everybody is an entrepreneur. I just simply want you to reflect upon the trap that you're finding yourself in when you put both of these things together. Okay? You're finding yourself in a situation where you're keeping yourself in a box, in a trap, because your boss will always want you to work at their job. They will always want you to focus on making them rich, right? Meanwhile, you're paying all of these other expenses, but you're not paying yourself first. You're not paying yourself. So even though, yes, you might be paying on a mortgage or paying on a rent or paying on different expenses and bills here and there, you know, some of your dollars go to recreation. We don't even need to talk about that. Every dollar that you're taking from the job that you don't want to even be at, that's not paying you enough in the first place, is going to a bunch of activities that is not changing your life in the least bit. It's just keeping you in the exact same place. And one thing that you need to understand about all people that have generated wealth, they don't operate like that when it comes to money. They will take their money and they will invest their money into assets that will work for them long term. They will invest their financial resources in things that make them more money rather than things that take money out of their pocket. So here's my question to you. How much are you investing in you having a better life? Now, when I'm saying a better life, I'm not talking about the life that you have right now, because by you paying for all of your expenses, that's keeping you where you're at right now. I'm saying, what skin have you put in the game to say, here's where I am today, here's where I could be tomorrow. Let me go ahead and invest in that. Most people never do that, which is the reason why they always stay in the same place. It always looks like a rerun. Think about it. They wake up every single day and they go to work. The job that they're working at is only paying them enough to be able to cover their bills. They take the money that they have, they put it into their bills, and those exact same bills repeat every single month to give you the exact same thing that you've always gotten from yesterday. You putting money into your rent, your house is not going to transform on its own. You putting food on the table, and yeah, you're using it to get by. But what I'm saying is, have you ever made an investment in yourself? Do you believe in yourself enough to go all in on actually being able to change your life? That's what this is all about. I am here as a vessel to try to change your life. And that's the reason why I'm focusing on some of the most important components that one has in terms of the years of their life. If you're going to be able to be on this earth for a number of years, you're going to be dealing with money. And some degree of your life's stress is going to be contingent around money. What's the number one cause of divorce in America today? Money. That's the number one cause of all failed marriages. So money plays a factor. Don't try to pretend that money doesn't play a factor just because of the fact that you're struggling when it comes to money. I know that there's things that you want to be able to accomplish. I'm giving you an invite to be able to work with me so I can help you through it. So whether it's getting out of debt, whether it's you being able to, improve your credit score so that way you can get the house that you want to be able to have, so that way you can go on a vacation or do other things. This is your invite. The window of opportunity is short. Seize the moment. Seize the opportunity now, man. The doors are going to close tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for you to be able to work with me directly over the next 12 months. It's one thing for me to give you these videos and I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm just staring at a camera, but it's going to be a totally different thing if I'm able to speak with you every single week through a live video call and you're telling me directly where you are in life and I'm giving you step by step on how to be able to take things to the next level. Okay, I'm gonna give you somebody else, and I'm gonna put the link on how to be able to work with me over the next 12 months if you so choose. Now, if you want to just be able to watch, all of the videos that I put out on YouTube, that's great. Okay, but you're always going to get more out of it if it's specific to you, if it's custom made to you, your specific situation, your specific finances. That's what I am telling you that you're going to be able to get if we work together personally over the next 12 months. Okay. Let me give you another bit of feedback that I got from another one of my clients. I'm going to get to your question in just a second, Martha. If any of you guys have questions, now is the time to put it in the chat while I am on. Okay. For those of you guys that are on, make sure to share this with your friends and family. Let them know I'm having this invite available to be able to work with me up until tomorrow evening. If you missed the boat, sorry for you. Okay, so this comes from Lemuel. Okay, I'm showing you all this. Lemuel. I'm putting my finger over the end of his name because sometimes folks don't be wanting to have all their business out on the street in front of a bunch of strangers. I don't know who's going to watch this YouTube video. Okay, but let me tell you what Lemuel has said after working with me. He said, I got a $10,000 bump in pay after having consulted with him through his career counseling. Then I started my first successful online business with his mentorship, grossing over $1,000 in 31 days. So Lemuel, for the very first time, starts his own business. And within 31 days of starting his very first business, he makes $1,000. Most businesses in America couldn't tell you that. Most businesses in America close within 5 years' time of when it was created due to a lack of cash flow, not knowing how to be able to generate predictable streams of revenue every single month and reinvesting those dollars into operating capital and expenses. This is what you got to learn how to be able to do. You can't learn it on your own. Don't think that you're just about to Google.com, how to be able to start a business. It doesn't work that easy. Could you Google.com how to perform open heart surgery? Could you Google.com how to be able to be the world's best basketball player? Could you Google.com how to be the world's best boxer? You can't do that. Why? Because you got to be in the game. You got to learn from people that have actually been down that path and can show you how to do it. Who would you want to be doing surgery on you? A doctor or a surgeon that comes up to you and says, oh, yeah, you know what? School is overrated, man. I don't need to learn from nobody else. I just went to Google to figure out how to be able to fix your broken leg. Is that the person that you want doing repairs over your body? I hope not. Or do you want to be able to go into a hospital and you have a certified practitioner that's a surgeon that says, I have safely conducted over 1,000 surgeries with a 95% rate of success. You are in good hands in working with me. You tell me who you're going to be more comfortable working with. All successful people have mentors. All successful people were students for years in what they sought to accomplish before they ever became a teacher. And that's the reason why I did not even get on this platform until I went out and paid off all of my student loans. until I made the jump from corporate America, until I made the decision to become a best-selling author. You could find my book on Amazon right now. All you got to do is type in Uzziah Israel. My book is on Amazon.com, rated 5 stars. It's called The Valedictorian That Lives at Home with Mommy and Daddy. It's about how a lot of people will go to school and be academic smart, and then they'll go out into the real world and fall on their face. Why? Because the education system does not teach you how to thrive in the real world or create self-sufficient streams of income that leads to long-term wealth. The academic system, by and large, teaches you how to be able to work for somebody else's company. And in an economy where 50% of all jobs are going to be outsourced or passed over to machines, and computers are going to be replacing your jobs, the question is posed, so what are you going to be doing for the rest of your life, right? You've been seeing your parents lose their jobs and it's been replaced by machines. You've been seeing their parents replaced with outsourced people in China and India and the Philippines, etc. What are you going to do to move your life forward, knowing that life is only getting more competitive? Okay. Marsha Perry asks, how do you negotiate your pay at your job? I have the potential raise and I need insight on how to approach the management. Yes, absolutely, Marsha. These are conversations that I always work with my clients on, helping them get those $10,000 pay raises. One of the things that I would tell you while we're on this chat, just so you know that my teachings actually work, is timing is everything when it comes to negotiation. Here's how you got to think about yourself in any negotiation. Imagine that you are in a mall, okay? Follow me. Imagine that you're in a mall and you just kind of are doing some window shopping. You just got time to kill. You didn't really plan on going to the mall for anything. And you pass by something that looks kind of nice. And then you go and look at the price tag. The price tag is high as hell. You look at that and you're like, whoa, what is this? I don't have that type of money. So what do? Whenever you see that price tag? You take whatever item of clothing it was and you put it back on display, right? But let's say that you go to the mall with a purpose. Let's say that you've had your heart set on getting something that you've always wanted. Maybe it was a little bit out of your price range and you save up a little bit this month, you save up a little bit that month, and then sooner or later, you end up having the money to get exactly what you want. We've all been there. We've all had this one thing that we've wanted out of our life that once we actually put the money towards it, we did whatever we had to do to go and get it. That's how you want to think about yourself when it comes to being negotiated for at work. See, a lot of times if I'm working with my clients, immediately when they're applying for a job, immediately they always want to put up their limitations. So they'll go and apply for a job and they'll say, yeah, you know, I want this job. I can't work this day. I can't work that day. I can't do this. I can't do that. They will be like that piece of clothing that the person doesn't even know if they want it, but they were just inquiring. And as soon as they look at the price tag, they put it back on the shelf as quickly as possible. You don't want to be that person in negotiation. In order for you to be effective in your negotiation, what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to only negotiate at the times when you become the person that's like that article of clothing that a person's got to have. You do that by establishing your value first. Make it known exactly what you can bring to the table and make the best impression possible. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about limitations. Add massive value. What makes you more lucrative in the marketplace is how much value you can bring to the marketplace. So once you have set in the value, and then they come to you and say, you know what? We're going to give you this offer. We haven't seen a person like you before. We've got to be able to have you. Your offer is this amount. What do you think? That is the prime time to begin negotiation. Because once they've given you that offer, that's when you find yourself in the driver's seat of life. Any other time where you're trying to negotiate, be it before you get to that point and before they give you an offer, and you're trying to talk about, oh, well, I got a family, I got to make this much, I can't work this day and I can't work that day. You are shooting yourself in the foot. If you accept an offer and then you come to that offer with resentment after you accept it and then try to negotiate after that, again, you are no longer in the driver's seat. The best time to negotiate on any deal career related is when an offer is being presented to you, primarily within the first 24 to 48 hours of when that offer has been presented. Okay, so the question is, how do you negotiate your pay at your job? And this is the reason why I told y'all I have multiple clients on file that have gotten $10,000 salary increases after working with me. Because I'm just telling y'all this in 5 minutes, and I'm telling all y'all this for free. So imagine how much more my clients are getting that work with me every single week. It says, how do you negotiate the pay at your job? I have the potential raise and I need insight on how to be able to approach management. If you've already expressed your value and if an offer has already been presented to you, then you are in a prime position to be able to negotiate. If they offered something to you and you already accepted it and you didn't already kind of give a little bit of resistance, your negotiation potential is not as high as it could have been. Here's the last thing that I would tell you on this free call before I get back into discussing the breakthrough year. When you are trying to negotiate after an offer has been presented to you, there's 3 categories of negotiation that you need to be able to step in. First off, you need to be able to have an ideal. This is the ideal amount of money that you are looking to make from this position. The ideal should be a little bit of a stretch. The ideal is a number that you have looked at based upon market research of people that are working comparable positions in your industry that are making certain money, but maybe you add on a little bit more. And to justify you making a little bit more, you go to the table and you let them know that you've done the market research. This is the average that this type of performer is making for this position, this candidate, this worker. And you deserve to make this much more based around your 3 strongest justifications. Based upon reason 1, 2, and 3, these are the strongest documented reasons as to why you should be making more than the average person does in your industry. And that's the reason why documenting your work performance is always one of the best things that you can do to be able to make a higher income. If you are not documenting all of your results and you are not properly languaging those results and accomplishments, you don't have enough leverage and bargaining power to be able to go to somebody and ask for some ridiculous number in pay because it doesn't seem believable enough. But if you've done your homework, if you've done your due diligence, if you've been the right type of person at that job, then at the right time, which is a very limited window of time, just like this invite I'm giving y'all to work with me for the next 12 months, if you operate in the limited window of time for proper negotiation to take place, that's when you have to give them all of the techniques and strategies that I just gave to you and more. And that's what will be able to give you the best chance of getting a higher pay and a higher salary. Like I said, I do this day by day. I have multiple clients on file that have made $10,000 salary increases after being able to work with me, okay? If you wanna be able to work with me, Marsha, so I can give you that much more on top of what I just threw out there to ensure that you have the best chances possible, I highly suggest that you click the link that I've provided below. This is gonna give you an opportunity to be able to work with me personally over the next 12 months. So even after you get the raise and you're working on your next big goal, I can help you with that as well, okay? We've done a lot of talking about the financial piece. right? And I've given you guys some feedback on that. Let me give you guys another quick thing there. This comes from another one of my students, okay? So this comes from Zahira in a business that she started where she was selling turban head wraps to members of her church. She says, "Hey everyone, just wanted to let y'all know I started a spreadsheet of tracking my sales and I've made over $800 selling turbans locally in just 3 months. Maybe actually $600 in profit. And that's just through the trial and error stages of learning the fabrics and sizing and selling at a low price to my friends in my area. I'm excited to start seeing the money really start rolling as soon as I get everything in place. So much more to do, but it's a step closer and gives me the motivation to get this money." Okay. So again, this is someone else that I've worked with that's just giving as much transparency as possible about how much I've been able to do specifically for them as it pertains to them being able to get ahead financially. Having the right finances gives you the right options. It's not about being the richest person in the world. It's not about being Daddy Warbucks. It's about you wanting to do something in life and not having to be told, no, you can't do that because you don't have the financial resources to be able to do it. So if I want to be investing in real estate, if I have the money to invest in the real estate, I invest, right? It's as simple as that. I'm gonna give you guys one more quick one, okay? So this comes from Shoshana, again, another one of my clients. I'm going on directly on Facebook so you can see it for yourself. This is nothing made up. This is nothing contrived. You can see the feed right here. All right. This is an actual live feed. Shoshana says this. She says, "My mentor is amazing. Why? Because he helped me and my husband achieve so much in the past 2 years. We've paid off our car loan. We've started 2 businesses with detailed plans and processes to achieve our goals and have made over $5,000 in revenue. We've secured great jobs with the pay rate that has helped us pay down debt. We've created a productivity plan for our household that has allowed us the ease of managing work, life, and life balance, and even having date night more than once a week. We have accountability for the goals that we want to achieve, whether it be self-development, traveling, spiritual, family planning, and financially. We have gained and developed friendships with like-minded men and women who see the vision of dreaming big and exceeding their expectations of what this life has to offer. This is the best part. If you want to see exponential growth in your job, business, family, I urge you to click the link below to get more information on the Breakthrough Year program. You need a mentor. Every great man and woman had someone to show them the way." So again, this comes from real people that are just like you. You can contact some of these people if you know them and ask them about it. I'm sure they could tell you stories better than I could. We had a private business meetup a little bit earlier this year. So I work with people online as a success strategist because I don't want your location to be a hindrance to you in terms of getting help. So when I work with you over the course of the next 12 months, I'm going to work with you as long as you have an internet connection or even access to a phone. No matter where you are in the world, we will be able to work together for the next 12 months. But I did something extra here, okay? For the very first time this year, we had our very first in-person business meetup where we scheduled a mini mastermind and a strategy dinner. And I had over 20 of my top performing clients come and meet me. We got together in the same place and we had a great time. I want you to be able to see this picture. This is a picture. You notice, you see me in the middle. This is with me and the rest of my students that are in the Breakthrough Year that I have worked with for a long period of time to help them become as successful as possible. Just coming to the dinner and being able to connect. Okay. Again, I must remind you of this point. Your network is your net worth. You are the average of the top 5 people that you spend your time with. So, you know, something that's so powerful about this Breakthrough Year program that I've put together, that's highly rated. Not only do you have access to work with me over the course of the next 12 months, every single week, you also get access to my private network of people that I have already coached as clients. And we're going to work together collectively to keep you encouraged and help you become as successful as possible. Every other community does this but us. When it comes to us, we feel like we're just going to do it all on my own. I'm going to get it on my own. I'm going to do me. And then wonder why we don't have the results that other people have. It's a team sport. Success is a team sport. I don't care how good a genetics Michael Jordan had. Having Phil Jackson as a coach got him 6 NBA championship rings. And I'm sure he would tell you the same. I don't care what type of, smarts or hard work you feel like you have. If you don't know what to do because you don't have somebody that you could look to show you how to be able to do it, you're always going to be at a disadvantage, okay? So we've talked about debt. We've talked about business, right? I've been helping a lot of people start their own business, grow their own business, okay? Set up different passive streams of income. Now I want you to be in part of it, okay? I want to be able to show you how I set up an online business making money from home. Next point, productivity. Why is it so important? Because one of the most important things that you can ever do in your life is manage your time wisely, right? From the day that you're born until the day that you die, all you have is time. And how you use that time will largely dictate the level of success that you have in life. So here's one thing that I want you to understand about productivity. And I'm about to close this out. I don't want to keep you all on here all night. If you do want to work with me, click the link below, okay? Because the invite to be able to work with me closes tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you try to get in at 9:30 p.m. Central, thinking that you're about to call my bluff on this, you're going to be sorely mistaken and you're going to be upset. Every time that I've ever opened this, which I only do it once every blue moon, the last time I extended this invite was in January of this year, I had just as many people on my waiting list that were late to sign up as I had clients that actually proceeded to work with me over the next 6 months. Don't be that person that's on that waiting list. Let me tell you something right now that happens, which gets a lot of people on the waiting list. You watch this video, you get fired up. You know that you need a mentor. You know that I have the track record to be able to help you take things to the next level. But here's what happens. You go to sleep. You say, you know what? I'm going to focus on signing up tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you got all these distractions that you didn't foresee. And then by the time that the night comes around, you're like, oh, damn, I forgot. I was supposed to be able to work with Uzziah over the next 12 months. And then you click the link and then it says, sorry, the doors to the Breakthrough Year are closed. Please click below to sign up for his waiting list. That happens to more people than I care to share. I don't want that to happen to you. So if you're watching this now, take action now. If you want to know how to be successful, people are action takers. They don't wait until tomorrow. They don't wait until when things get convenient. They operate in the now. There's no such thing as tomorrow. All you have is right now. Okay. So I understand for a lot of you guys, maybe tomorrow might be better. It's Friday, it's payday, it's this, it's that. The only thing that I'm trying to remind you to do is set an alarm for yourself to remind yourself to sign up. Do whatever you need to do to get in, because I don't know when I'm going to be reopening it. I don't know if the price will be the same. You got to get in now while you can. All right. So this last part, productivity. Hard work alone will not achieve massive success. I'm going to say that again. Hard work alone will not achieve massive success. If hard work alone achieved massive success, guess who would be CEOs? Busboys, waiters, all these different occupations of people that bust their ass every single day, making minimum wage. How come they're not in positions of wealth if hard work alone led to success? Okay. What I'm going to show you how to do in the most effective ways possible is how to work smarter and not harder. Okay. Here's the reason why working smarter and not harder makes a world of difference. I want you to think about your age right now. However old you are right now, it's possible that you could get yourself in a life-changing position if you went all in on your success over the next 5 years. Okay? Just being straight up. I'm not telling you this is going to be overnight. I'm not telling you this is a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm telling you that success is the byproduct of consistent, deliberate work, smart work over time. So if you're doing years upon years of smart work, then guess what? Your life could look completely different within the next 5 years. But you know what most people do? They never work smart. They spend their entire life working hard only so that way they can hope to enjoy life upon retirement. What kind of scam is that? You're going to start working from the time that you're in your 20s to now working in your mid 60s. That's the average retirement age in America. You're going to blow the most precious years of your life, the prime of your life, working at a job that you can't stand, busting your ass while doing it, only in hopes that you've saved up enough money by the time that you get to 65. So that way, as you're riding around in a wheelchair, hoping that you still got years on the earth to enjoy it, that all the money that you've been saving for the last 40 years will now allow you to be able to enjoy life. Why wouldn't you want to be able to enjoy life right now while you have the energy, while you have the strength, while God is giving you your youth? Why wouldn't you have it now? You know the reason why people wouldn't have it now? Because they're operating off the same script that their mother and father told them growing up, and they didn't know any better. Because it hasn't been that long, if we're keeping it all the way 100, it hasn't been that long that we got out of slavery. So we haven't known about how to really have a seat at the table and what separates the people with power and position from the workers that are only handed crumbs. What was programmed to us as a people is go to school so that you can get good grades, so that you can get a good job, and then you can buy a nice house. And then you got a nice house, you can buy a nice car, and then you can get yourself a nice, lovely spouse, and then you're going to live happily ever after. How many people in society today have followed that narrative only to be extremely miserable, only to be loaded in more debt that they can imagine, as stressed out as they've ever been? There's never been another time in history where the large masses of people and civilization had to be on antidepressant medication to be able to cope with their day-to-day lifestyle that was induced by the caliber of their work. If you really want to go where society is headed, you're going to find yourself in a bad place, because people are becoming more impoverished. People are becoming more unhealthy, all because of the fact that you've fallen for the okie doke. All because of the fact that the same people that told you to go down this system told it to you because they needed workers to work in their factories, in their operations. I'm trying to put you in a position to be able to do for yourself, to be an owner, to be a boss, to be able to set your own standard, okay? And in order for you to be able to have that lifestyle, you got to do things different than everybody else that's doing things that only average people would do, okay? So this is not about, whether you're rich or poor. It's not about whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a 9-to-5 worker. It's about you taking your life into your own hands. And you can only do that if you understand how to be more productive. Your life is going to boil down to how you spent your time. What separates the most successful people in the world versus people that are going to the grave having never accomplished the things that they wanted to accomplish out of life? The people that are successful in the world, they did better with how they spent their time. We get the same 24 hours in a day, but you know one thing that we're never taught? Tools makes a world of difference in terms of how productive you will be. Imagine right now if you had to cut down trees and you keep cutting those trees down with an axe. Meanwhile, somebody that's on the other side of the fence is cutting down their trees with chainsaws. They might be lazier than you. They might be dumber than you. They might not have as much talent and creativity as you, right? But guess what? They're going to beat you. They're going to outdo you and run laps around you because they have tools that you don't even have access to. And that's the same thing that holds true in society. The most productive people in the world, they have access to tools that you don't even realize is even in existence. And you know what you do every single day? You go to life chopping down the trees of your problems with a damn hammer. Meanwhile, other people in high places, they're using chainsaws. They're using the tools that allows them to be able to do more with less. Just because a person is making a lot of money, it doesn't necessarily suggest that they are always working. Guess what? I'm going to go to sleep tonight, and Lord's willing, if God allows me to see another day and I wake up, there's going to be a good chance that when I wake up, I'm going to see new transactions that came in for my business. I was not working while the money got made. I'm making a video now, and this video is going to speak for me long after I'm off the camera. So you got to learn how to be able to take one thing that you do and let that be productive for you for years on end. This is what you must understand, people. I want to show you how to be able to be more productive. All right. So let me go ahead and share with you this in closing. Okay. So in everything that I've been talking about tonight, it's about my highly rated VIP consulting experience known as your breakthrough year. If you're just getting on this video, I spent the past hour going through a lot of the different students, giving you their feedback and testimonials on what they have gotten after working with me for a certain period of time. I'm extending the invite to you to work with me over the next 12 months. And I can promise you that if you sign up and you put in the effort, I am going to pour myself into you. If I would go on a video that I'm doing all for free on YouTube, I don't know who I'm talking to, and I'm pour myself into this video for an hour, you really think I wouldn't pour myself into you? And you've made a decision to invest in yourself and work with me as a client? Do you really think that that would be the case? Here's another thing that you need to know. Every person that signs up with me in the breakthrough year has a 60-day, zero risk money back guarantee. I'm going to say that again. If you've been watching this video up to now and you've been trying to find the flaw, oh man, is this a scam? Oh, well, will this work for me? I got some other questions also that I'm going to answer that I commonly get about breakthrough year. If you are wondering if you should just take the step forward, take the step forward. And even if it doesn't work for you, I'm giving you a 60-day, zero risk money back guarantee. Here's a question that I got for you though. Remember how you went to college and you spent tens of thousands of dollars to learn all this useless information that you don't even use in the real world? Where was the money back guarantee then? That's a question for you, right? You need to start thinking about what's actually going to make the biggest difference in your life. Formal education or self-education by being a lifelong learner. See, one of the biggest scams that came to us in our life was this concept that all we had to do was go to school for 4 years. Some people stay longer, 6, 8, 10, whatever. And then after you graduate from college, you're going to have enough knowledge in your brain to last you for 30 to 40 years in the ever-changing adult working world. That's the biggest sham known to man. And many of us fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. We didn't know no better. We signed up for all type of student loan debt, and half of the stuff that we learned in school, we don't do none of that in our life today. Everything that I'm showing you in how I'm going to be working with you over the next 12 months is going to be extremely specific to you, because you're going to get on these calls that you have with me and you're going to ask me questions about your unique life situation. Okay, look at what Antonio Kimbrough just said. He said, I missed the video. The program is well worth it. I've learned so much. Now, I don't know. Listen to whoever you want to listen to, but this is somebody that's in the actual program. This is somebody that's actually worked with me over a period of time. And anybody that honestly knows me, y'all know how I am about my community. Y'all know I love my people. Y'all know I'm trying to break my back to do as much as I can in the few years that God has given to me. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not taking your money and heading for the hills. I'm not taking your money and running. You know where to find me. You know where I'm at in the community. I'm telling you, and mark my words, get in the program, and if it doesn't work for you, I'm going to give you a 60-day money back guarantee. So the best thing for you to do, give it a shot. These are the primary 3 areas that you're going to get, okay? And I'm going to tell you about a couple things that you're going to get associated with that, okay? Let me turn this around real quick. I promise you I'm almost done. Let me turn this around real quick. Okay, y'all are seeing me live and direct in this business. Bear with me. Okay, so here are all of the things that you're going to get when you start working with me over the next 12 months. The minute that you sign up and you begin to work with me, I'm going to send you an email for you to schedule a complimentary 30-minute one-on-one strategy session with me. We will look at your life from top to bottom in terms of your finances, your career goals, your challenges, where you want to be at in 5 to 10 years from now, everything. We're going to look at your life as it is today. We're going to review where you want to be tomorrow. And by the time that you get off of that strategy session, I will have given you all the steps that you need at a high level for you to focus on achieving those goals as you pursue it towards the next 12 months. Okay, so you could be coming on and you could be having debt. Serenity, you said you wanted to join. Shout out to Serenity. The link is below and I'm posting it up right here so you can see it. iwannabesuccessful.com/empire. It's not every day that you've got a mentor that looks like you, that's accomplished, that's trying to be able to show you how to be able to do things too. I can't remember the last time a best-selling author knocked on my door and said, hey, I'm gonna work with you and sit down with you, do a live video call for 12 months to show you how to do it. I can't remember that time, but that's the opportunity that y'all have right now. I want to be able to do as much as I can for my people. All right. You're going to get a 30-minute complimentary strategy session. As you get this 30-minute complimentary strategy session, again, I'm going to send you a questionnaire in advance. It's going to ask you a lot of things about your life. You're going to be working with me one-on-one when it comes to this strategy session. Outside of the strategy session, you're going to have access to my network of people, and I'm going to have you on my mentor calls, etc. But on this one-on-one strategy session, guess what? You're already going to have sent me the questionnaire that will tell me everything that I need to know about your life as it pertains to your career, your finances, your goals, etc. And we're going to spend that 30-minute strategy session going over the game plan and the roadmap of how you can change the course of your life over the next 12 months. Let me tell y'all something. This is my business. A lot of you all know I'm a business savvy person, okay? In my staff, we conducted a survey about a month ago, and we asked all of our clients, and I'm going to show it to you right now as proof. We asked all of our clients, how would you rate the information that you're getting out of your breakthrough year? Do you think it's whatever? Do you find it beneficial, or does this change your life forever? I'm going to show you as soon as I can pull it up. exactly the results that we got. Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up so that way y'all can see it. I'll be saying a lot of this stuff on the spot. So bear with me as I actually pull this up. Okay. So we conducted a survey. I'm going to show it to y'all right now. We conducted a survey with our clients. Okay. And we asked them 2 questions. Question 1 was, what do you like most about your breakthrough year? Now, these are all of the things that you're getting in breakthrough year. You're getting the 30-minute strategy session, so that way you can work with me one-on-one. And before the 12-month period even kicks off, you're already going to know what you need to be doing to set the tone over the course of the next 12 months. So that way, every week that we check in with each other after that point, we're just working off of the plan that's already been set from day one. We're not going to coast our way through this year. From day one in the strategy session, we're going to be setting the tone on what you need to be doing over the course of the next 12 months. Okay. Here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. Bear with me. So as you can see from the survey results, okay, for the very first question in terms of what do you like most about the breakthrough year? People said that they liked the mentor calls the most. That's the second option right here. People said they liked the mentor calls more than anything in the program. And I haven't even started telling you all about that. Okay. I just finished up a mentor call with a lot of my clients that have gotten on right now. If you joined earlier this week, you already had a mentor call with me tonight. So we also asked the second question in the survey. Check this out. It says, how would you rate the overall content provided in the Breakthrough Year program? I'm going to show y'all so y'all can see it. This is all real. This is the behind the scenes of my company data. Some of the stuff I shouldn't even be putting out there, because I got competitors that's trying to take food off of my table that would actually see these things and they'll be like, damn, we got to switch this up so we can take this shot at him or try to duplicate the things that he does. But I'm giving it to all of y'all because this is about so much more than a business for me. This is about me giving my life to you as a servant to help your life change. I could have started a business doing a lot of different things, y'all, but I'm doing this because of the fact that I care about you and I want to see you win. I want to see you succeed. It makes me feel good to see my people succeed. I don't like waking up every single day and I have a certain level of success, but then I go down the street and I look at my brother down the corner and I see that he's struggling in a certain type of a way. It doesn't make me feel good. When it comes to us as a people, a nation is only as strong as its weakest link. And I'm trying to be the boot camp instructor to make you as strong as possible. I want you to make your strongest contribution to this world while you got the breath to be able to live it. Okay. And so I asked the question to the staff. This was a company survey. We asked, how would you rate the overall content provided in the Breakthrough Year program? So there were 5 options that you could choose from. Okay. It was option 1. This was absolutely horrible. Why did I pay for this? Option 2, it was a little disappointing, not good enough. Option 3, it's decent, could be better. Option 4, Uzziah's content exceeded my expectations. Option 5, life-changing, I absolutely love it. I said those to you from start to bottom, okay? So the life-changing, I absolutely love it. That was the last one on the survey list. Look at which one won. By a landslide, look at which one won. Life-changing, I absolutely love it. Only one person out of the entire group of survey respondents said that it's decent, but it could be better. The majority of the people said that it's life-changing, right? And so I could lie to y'all and I could sham y'all. I'm giving y'all the real deal right there. It doesn't get any realer than that. I've already given you my client testimonials. I've already given you a lot of the things that you're going to get out of the program. Let's finish talking about that. If you want to sign up, click the link. I'm going to get ready to close this out. You're going to get a 30-minute strategy session to work with me directly from the comfort of your home or wherever you want to have the strategy session from. All you need to be able to do is get online or dial in, and we'll be able to have the strategy session. Okay. And then I'm going to give you the steps that you need to be able to take off with that information over the next 12 months. I'm going to lay the foundation for you to have a breakthrough year just on the strength of that one strategy session. Serenity Slime Girl, why were you not able to click the link? Check the description box of this video. I know that I typed the link here, but click the link that's at the bottom of the description and see if that works for you. For all of you guys that are trying to click it now, click the link in the description section of this video, okay? All right, thanks, Serenity. So you get the 30-minute strategy sessions. You get the mentor calls. The mentor calls are every week. The mentor calls are every week. It's as simple as this. You're working on something, you have a goal, or you have a challenge, you submit a question, I answer it in the mentor calls. Here's how the mentor calls work. In the mentor calls, I give you the answers to all of the questions that are coming from my clients. Here's why this is so important. Because there are questions that my top performing clients are asking that you have not thought to ask, but are extremely valuable for you. This will accelerate your learning curve tremendously. This makes the difference between drinking out of a straw versus drinking out of a fire hose. So when you're drinking out of a fire hose, you're getting the best from everybody. I got some people asking about real estate. I got some people asking about job, career advancement. I got some people asking about automating finances. I got some people asking about time management. You're going to get the best of everything. Look at what Alicia Royal said. He's on this live video. He said, this is by far one of the best investments I've ever made. Think about that. This is by far one of the best investments I've ever made. A lot of y'all, you ask me, what do you want? What should I invest in, Uzziah? The number one answer is to invest in yourself. Don't invest in real estate before you invest in yourself. There's nothing wrong with the real estate market, but you know what the problem is? The real estate market could crash at the drop of a dime, and you couldn't do nothing about it. But if you're not invested in yourself, how will you be able to do better for yourself no matter what is happening in society? If you invest in yourself, when all the markets are fluctuating and the recessions are happening and this and that is happening, guess what could stay on a constant upswing? Yourself. There are business owners and entrepreneurs in the world that made more money during a recession than any other time. Why? Because they invested in themselves before they invested in an external investment vehicle. Before you start asking about, should I invest in Bitcoin? Invest in yourself. Invest in your learning. Invest in being so much more knowledgeable than everybody else on the planet. Why is being more knowledgeable more important? Because you're living in the information age. That is the theme of this economy. Every person that knows a lot about their industry and is proficient in the execution of the knowledge that they have, they are well paid and rarely have to worry about where they're going to get their next dollar from. If you're going to thrive in the information age, this is the number one time where you got to invest in yourself and double down on the things that you need to learn. Because you damn sure didn't learn it in school. You damn sure didn't learn it from your family and friends, and you may never learn it that way. It's not just on Google like that so easy. Don't you think everybody would be super successful if all the answers was just out on Google like that so easy? That should show you it ain't that easy. That's why you got to have a mentor. Alicia said, by far one of the best investments I've ever made. So on these mentor calls, the mentor calls typically nowadays are about 2 hours. I go through all the questions every single week. You learn as much as possible. And these questions are not random. It's based upon the questions that you have specific to your situation. Serenity asks, I have debt. Can you help me with that? Absolutely. That was one of the things that I was talking about earlier, Serenity. I paid off over $90,000 in student loan debt back in 2013 after graduating from college a few years prior to then. And essentially what I'm trying to do for y'all today is I'm trying to be able to create a unique experience where I'm showing you not just how to be able to get out of debt, but to be able to improve your credit, set up a nest egg for yourself so that way you could have a legacy for future generations, create generational wealth, and then start thinking about setting up passive or other automated streams of income. We talk about all of that and more in Breakthrough Year. Honestly, Alicia could tell you, talking about getting out of debt, that's just one of the many things that you get out of Breakthrough Year. Trust me, that's just one of the many things. We talk about money, we talk about business. Look at what Antonio said. He helped me pay off over $100,000 in debt. We talk about money, we talk about business, we talk about hell, I don't know what, productivity, all of these different things we talk about in a Breakthrough Year. If there's something career related that you have a question about, we deal with it head on in your Breakthrough Year. And as you can see, not only do I help people get out of debt, I helped Antonio get out of more debt than I probably had to pay off myself. All right. So again, make sure that you get in before tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to be your opportunity. If you miss that window, you're going to regret it. Mark my words. Some of y'all just think I'm on here talking slick. That's cool. Just watch how this program continues to grow and evolve over time. You already see what Antonio said. You already see what Alicia said. Imagine what happens when I start getting hundreds of people, if the Lord wills, that has that exact same feedback that Antonio just gave. How much better would our community be? You could be the next one. If you apply yourself, who knows? I can't make any promises. You got to come in and put in the work. 30-minute strategy session, weekly mentor calls. I'm putting you in the private Facebook group with my top clients. Not only will you be able to learn from me, not only will you be able to do business with me, you will be able to do business with other business-minded people that are in the program that look just like you. That alone is a game changer. You know what one of the biggest problems that I know that you have is, and I don't even know who I'm talking to right now, you have certain goals and ambitions in your life, but nobody else around you has your state of mind. So while you're on here watching this video about, thinking about getting out of debt, thinking about having a passive stream of income, thinking about investing in real estate, you got family members and friends that are all around you like now that are looking at you like you're crazy for doing it. And even for those that talk a good one about wanting to be in this game, how come they ain't on this video with you? It's rare that we would have a network of people around us that are serious about investing in themselves, okay? Imagine when you go to the gym and you're trying to lift heavy weights, what do they always tell you? Use a spotter. You will be able to lift more weights with help, someone helping you accomplish your goals than you just try to do it yourself. That's the reason why the private Facebook group is so important. You will have access to me, my team, the Breakthrough community. Trust me when I tell you we have a vested interest in seeing you succeed. The Breakthrough Year really is not a business program. The Breakthrough Year is a family in and of itself, and we just happen to discuss business. Ask Antonio, ask Alicia. They're on the call right now. They're in the program. If I'm lying, they'll tell you. Ask them. It's a family. You saw the picture that I just showed you a little bit earlier. It's a family. It's not like a stuffy business group where everybody is trying to compete with everybody and people are trying to throw each other under the bus. We're not about that. And if I do find somebody like that in my program, I fire them and throw them out. You got to be able to understand that you need a network of people to help you succeed. And I've never seen another success network for our community quite like the Breakthrough Year. I'm going to say that on record. I've never seen another success network that has worked with people in our community the way that the Breakthrough Year does. And you're going to find out exactly what I mean once you sign up. Number 4, success principle videos. Okay. So on a weekly basis, you're going to get access to a different video of all of the things that I have learned from my top mentors to help me get the success that I have today. I have worked hand in hand with some of the wisest and smartest people in the world, some of the wisest marketing minds in the world. This is how I have learned to start my own business. I wasn't born like this. They were not doing automated online business tutorials growing up in South Central LA. I promise you of that. I had to go out and find the people that were doing this in other communities because I wanted to come back and give it to my people. I wanted to be able to take the things that they had in their positions of wealth, and I wanted to be like the Black Robin Hood to be able to help my own, okay? So you get the Success Principle videos. On a weekly basis, there's a different video that's giving you a mentor lesson that's going to change the rewiring of your life, okay? There's a certain way and a certain mindset that you have right now that has gotten you a certain result. But in order for you to be able to take things to the next level, you've got to be able to change your mentality, okay? You got to be able to change your mindset. And there's a favorite scripture that I always read in the Bible that says, "For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." You will never outperform your mindset. You will never succeed your mindset. Your success that you have right now, or the lack thereof, is largely based upon your mindset and your mentality. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help you get the mindset that successful people already have, okay? By you being able to take that mindset is going to put you in a position where you're going to be able to change the game. If you put in the work, man, you just got to show up. A big part of this is just showing up. Show up to the strategy session. Show up to the calls. Show up to the Facebook group. Show up and watch the video and apply. That's not too much hard to ask, is it? I'm not asking too much for y'all. All right. Last but not least, you're going to get 24/7 access to all of the calls that I have for these mentor calls. So whether it's a call that you were on or it's a call that you missed, not every call you might be able to make. You might have to go to work. You might have another engagement. No problem. For every mentor call that I have, I record all of them and I post it to the private Facebook group where my community can be found. Okay, so you're going to have access to it even if you missed the call. And guess what? Even if you missed the call, you can still submit your question for me to answer it for the mentor call a few days in advance. So there's no excuses, man. All of this 60-day money back guarantee, you don't have no excuse. It's just a matter of, do you want to have a breakthrough year, or do you want your life to look the same as it's always looked? That choice is yours. I could talk to I'm blue in the face, but that choice is ultimately yours. Let me answer a couple of the top questions that I typically get as it pertains to this program. And then after that, I'm going to leave it all up to you to make your decision from there. Okay? Listen to this. Here's one question that I typically get. I'm very interested in starting this program, but I can't join by Friday, which the doors close to this tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you can get in right now, get in right now so you don't forget. It says, I'm very interested in starting this program, but I can't join by Friday. Will you have this available in a month from now? Okay, so the answer is no. I will not have this available in a month from now. In fact, it's always very rare whenever I do have this open. If you were to look at the history of when I have opened this in the past, Serenity said that she missed it last time around. Serenity will tell you it's rare that I open this up. The last time I had this open was last January. Okay, 6 months have now passed. Okay, so the people that got in January, they've already been working with me every single week for 6 months to be able to get themselves ahead. The last time I had it open prior to that was July of 2017, 7 months prior to that. So it's very rare within a year that I would ever open up this experience. And I'm just looking for a certain quality type of person. If you're serious about your success, I'm looking for you. If you're not serious about your success, I'm not looking for you. If you recognize that you're going to have to put in work in order to be successful, I'm looking for you. If you are looking for a get rich quick scheme and you think that you're going to get on a call with me and just be able to hear something magical and not have to do no work and apply the information that I'm telling you, this is not for you. And I would rather that you didn't get into the program, because you're going to be wasting my time and yours. See, if this was a get rich quick scheme, I would just take your money however you are. I wouldn't care. But because of the fact that I'm actually investing my time into this, I want to invest my time with people that want to be invested in. Okay. So again, just show up. Just show up. All right. Another question. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna open the doors to this program again. I can't guarantee you that the price is going to be the same whenever I reopen it. Okay. All I can tell you is if you want to be in this, get in it now. Okay. Again, if you're not sure, you're still on the fence, you get a 60-day money back guarantee. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Next, number 2, your business is catered to Black men, hence the term Black Men's Career. Can women join this program too? Absolutely. In fact, one of the things that I rarely talk about is 60% of my top performing clients in the breakthrough year happen to be women. Okay. So just because of the fact that this channel is called Black Men's Career does not mean that I would discriminate against anyone in terms of helping them become as successful as possible. I just happen to be a Black man, and I want to be able to help my people become as successful as possible. But whether you're a man or a woman, okay, doesn't just have to be Black, Hispanic, right? Get in the program. Stop making excuses. Get in the program. All right. Number 3, even if I don't join your breakthrough year, can I still work with you privately to reach my goals? Unfortunately not. And this is not to be pretentious. I know a lot of times people that don't understand, the business side of things, they immediately think, oh, well, it's just about the money. It's just about this and that. No, it's not. Because if it was just about the money, I wouldn't be putting out 98% of my content online for free on this YouTube channel. Okay. The reason why I'm not able to work with people in such a delicate way outside of this program is because my time has already been constricted in other areas. Many of you know me to be a church leader. Many of you already are learning about this program. I am only one man. There's only 24 hours in a day. I still got to take care of my family, right? There's certain sacrifices that I'm making to even be on here right now, right at this time. So Uzziah's got to have a life too. I would love to be able to help everybody in the world. And I am trying to help everybody in the world, which is why I'm putting these videos out there, even if you cannot work with me one-on-one. But this is going to be the only time that you're going to be able to work with me directly like this in this type of environment. So, if you get on my email list and you're like, man, I'm thinking that you're working with me. No, you're not. I'm telling you right now, when I send out my emails to my general audience, I'm speaking to the entire audience to try to help everybody. In terms of that, direct, private help, one-on-one style fashion, I can only do that with a select number of people because my time is extremely scarce. And I can tell you this as a best-selling author of a book that's about professional success. This is by far the most affordable option that I would ever be able to give to you to provide direct consulting services. If I worked with you in any capacity outside of this to be able to give you any type of sustained consulting, it would cost a hell of a lot more money. Okay. So this is by far your best and most affordable option. Okay. Number 4, Uzziah, my life is so busy right now, but I want to be able to join. I don't have the time to get on these calls right now. Can I start this later? My best advice for you is secure your spot for the next 12 months. So that way, whenever you do have a better time of being able to get in, you can just hop to it right then and there. Better for you to be able to have your spot secured and you get in it at your own time than for the doors to be closed. Then you have an open window and then you try to work with me, but I'm not able to work with you. A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. Secure your spot. You're going to have 24/7 access to the calls. Okay. So as you get 24/7 access to the calls, watch the calls whenever you want. Watch the calls whenever you can. What 24/7 access to the calls. So secure your spot now, man. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay. I'm not giving anybody any excuse. I've thought through this well. This has been my vision long before y'all ever saw me on camera for a number of years. I'm just blessed now that it is coming to life. Okay. And I've been working with clients for a number of years. Antonio, I've been working with Antonio since 2013. Okay. Okay. Here's number 5. I don't have the money right now. Can you give me a discount or can I pay you next week? Unfortunately, I cannot do that because this is a business and you're not just dealing with me, right? Even though I know that I'm the face of this business, I have a team as well, okay? And given the way that this consulting program is set up, this being a VIP consulting program, I'm sorry, I just got to be candid with you. I got to keep it all the way real. This is not that, black folks homeboy hookup type business where you don't really think that you're getting a lot of quality out of it, but you're just trying to support another black business owner. I am trying to put black business owners on the map by providing a better quality service beyond things that our community has ever seen out of any other business from other communities. And I cannot do that if, I'm having these random extensions, these discounts, this and that. You're paying for high premium quality services. And so you got to be able to get in, right? And if you can't afford it, then you just can't afford it. But if you want to be able to work with me on this level, you got to be able to put up or shut up. All right. So like I said, even if you cannot afford it because you don't have the money, that's the reason why I set up this YouTube channel. This is the reason why I set up my Instagram channel at Black Men's Career. I don't want to give anybody an excuse to not get some level of value from me. Okay. So just because you can't afford it, don't think that you're out of the race. It says, what if I buy your coaching program and decide that it's not right for me? I'm going to give you 100% money back guaranteed. No questions asked within 60 days. You literally have no excuse, man. You have no excuse. Okay. So I'm going to close this out now. Now is the time for you to make the decision. Are you watching this video just for the hell of it? And you want your life to look the exact same that it's always been? Or are you going to utilize your time wisely and invest in yourself and use this as the springboard for us to work together over the next 12 months? Okay. I don't want to keep bragging about my accomplishments. This is not about me. I am trying to do as much as I can for my community while I'm here. And I cannot do everything as one person. That's why I'm trying to train you up on how to be more successful, because I know that in making you more successful, you're going to be able to give back to the community far beyond I could as one individual. Okay. I believe in community. I believe in nation building. Okay. So the doors close tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is my invite to you to be able to work with me, okay, as a CEO, best-selling author, and real estate investor. Now is your time. I don't know when I'm going to open this back up again. I can't guarantee you it's going to be the same price. I don't know how much you're going to miss out on if you miss this session. My advice to you, get in now. Click the link in the description box. iwannabesuccessful.com/empire. Get in now, okay? Get in now. All right? Get in now. So just focus on this. Serenity, let's talk more about your situation further after that you get in. Lexington Law, I would be curious to hear more about that, but let's talk more. Okay. I don't want to just throw out any blanket promises about things and I don't understand the whole situation. I want to do this thing right. I want to do it by the book. All right. So y'all got less than 24 hours to go ahead and sign up. I've provided the link. Click the link in the description box. iwannabesuccessful.com/empire. Okay. Make sure that you're in. Make sure that you share this with a friend. Tell them you got until tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central to get in, and that's it. And remember, I'm giving you a 60-day, zero risk, money back guarantee. I'm taking on all the risk. I'm putting in all the work. Right? I love y'all. Have a good night. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you soon, Lord's will.